Here we are at the Dali Museum, and I am slowly approaching the painting that I'm going to analyze today. And it's called Portrait of My Dead Brother by Dali. We completed in 1963 when Salvador Dali was 56 years of age. So just look over the painting itself. You can see what appears to be a portrait done in a type of pointillist type fashion. And we're going to break this down, first of all, by composition. As you can see, the figure is in the center of almost in the center of the painting. It's slightly off to the right. The spacing in the painting is very light on the left-hand side and very deep on the right-hand side. But this seems to be very balanced because of the extreme lightness on one side and the number of figures and the darkness on the right-hand side. This is balanced out. There also seems to be a balance of color from top to bottom and from left to right. You can see the mixing of grays and blues, light blues, and burnt sienna from the top of the painting to the bottom of the painting, and from left to right. There is red from the very top all the way down to the very bottom. Let's look at the texture of the painting. Looking very closely at it, you'll see it's actually very, very smooth. And what I'll do is look from the south, the sides, and you will see that it is very, very smooth with very little extrusion from the paint outward, from the canvas outward. It is 5'9" by 5'9", oil on canvas, and framed in the original frame. You can see the values are pretty much very muted in this painting, except when you stand back, you will see that the eyes, nose, and what appears to be the mouth, and the hair all appear to be highlighted by the lesser contrast next to those particular figures. Form. Let's talk about the form and the lines in this particular painting. And the lines are very obvious. As we stand closer to the painting itself, you don't realize that these are all dots going up and down, lines going vertically, horizontally, and then at angles. Composition-wise, you will see also that everything points to the central figure in the painting. And these little figures on the left-hand side moving towards the face. At the top of the painting, you will see the lines coming down from the center, diagonally from the top of the painting. Also, the conquistadors, what appears to be conquistadors, with pointing their bayonets upward towards the painting, and also the figures on the right-hand side going towards the figure. And in fact, it almost is like an arrow right here, inward. And in the upper form are the other figures, again, pointing almost like an arrow into the center of the figure. Also, in the top right-hand side, you see what appears to be the sun streams coming down in the top, and then you have the cloud coloration in the bottom, pointing also towards the figure. So let's talk about the symbolism in this particular painting. On the left-hand side, there seems to be a similar composition in the center, what is commonly referred to as the Angelus, another famous painting from Europe, and it is in the Louvre. But this seems to be slightly different. It seems to be a morning type of situation. Are they burying something? Are they burying the dead child? Remember, this is a portrait of Dali's dead brother, who actually predeceased him by close to 31 months. The child was 22 months old when he passed away, and his name, ironically, was also Salvador. Salvador Dali was born approximately 9 months after that, and he often referred to himself as a replacement child. So, could this be the mourning of that dead child? He also talked about assassinating him constantly in his writings. So doesn't this look like a mourning situation? With the figures on the right, in the very bottom, in what appears to be a mournful pose. Are they burying a child? A small child. The figure to the left, somebody contemplating. Again, the bayonets of could be the conquistadors. In fact, this seems to be a type of helmet painted on the one most forward to the painting. And also, that's also brought out by the contrast, makes it much more three-dimensional. But are they killing that child? Then look at who is the figure? There are rumors about, and it could be a compilation of what he believed his brother would look like, along with himself. And that may be evident from these two cherries in the center of the painting, with the stem connecting both sides. Immediately above that is also a geometric figure, which is often referred to as an atomic figure or molecule. Again, the origins, dealing with origins. So, standing back, let's look at it again. Overall,